Alright, we're in the Withlacoochee State Forest, Croom Tract. We're in the, I don't know, a couple hundred yards down from the river. Spotted these really neat elephant ears, and we thought we'd come down and take a look and see why they're there. There's an indentation there. There's a bunch of stuff in there, old metal, stuff like that. I think because of this gate over here, in the proximity of the hole and everything, is probably someone's old-time dump. There's a bunch of trees and things of that nature that are dumped in there. What brings us here and what is compelling about this site, and I'm not going to get barbed wire to check it out, but I'd like to go find out what those big telephone poles in the ground are over there. Try not to shake too much. You get a better camera for sure one of these days. Anyway, this, what looks like a hill, is not a hill. This is the private property portion of what used to be the railroad bed that ran out to the river from Brooksville. Whatever railroad company that was that operated, Atlantic Coast, Seaboard, whatever it was. But this is the bed. Someone dug this hole in, through here, cut through here, to put this fence in or to move themselves back and forth, I don't know, for whatever reason. But after the railroad was abandoned, someone did that. So one of the coolest things that we're finding right now, with the exception of the rails that we're going to show you later, are these railroad bed rocks. I don't know what the name of them, or I'm sure there's some little catchy phrase for them, but you see them on railroad beds all over the world. And I've always just called them railroad bed rocks. I don't know the cool fancy name for them. But you go back up on this bad boy right now. I came down the other way, from the river. Been to this site before. This is a very compelling historical site for this area. This railroad ran out here in the late 18th, 19th century, I should say. From Brooksville, brought people out to the river. And what we're seeing now are the railroad bedrocks covered with them. So they built this great big huge mound of dirt, dug it up from either side into the middle, and then tamped it all down real good, and then put these rocks on here to be able to put rails and drive trains all through here. As we get closer to the river, it seems these stones are more prevalent. More of them. Ooh, you're a big fella, aren't you? There's some ties. A little bit of ties here, a little bit of ties there. There's some down there, you can barely see them. They're kind of completely... Man, I shake a lot on this thing, I can't help it. Especially when it gets dialed in like that. This is what's the most compelling thing about this site to me, and what makes it different than a lot of the other sites we go to. These are the rails, as you can see. And there's a bunch of them. There isn't just one or two here and there. There are a bunch of them. Bren? Bren? You good? Cool. Now, I don't know what the heck these little round things are underneath here. They're for something going through there. But I don't know what the heck would have gone through there. That's really kind of cool though. I'm not shaking too much here. Maybe some of the really knowledgeable expert railroad people can tell us what those are used for historically. And for some reason these have withstood the test of time. They've been sitting here for all these years. And one of the things that gives us an idea as to how long is this right here. This is really cool. The tree is growing around this thing, this curved rail, and it curves over there and continues to grow into, or that, I always want to say that it grows into the tree. It doesn't go into the tree goes around it. Anyway, that's pretty neat. Here we go, and the tree is growing around this. So I can, a tree person could probably tell you how long it takes for a tree to grow, a tree like this to grow, and that would give you some idea as to how long that's been sitting there, and obviously it's been sitting there longer than that. And so as the tree grew, the thing was rooted, somehow stuck into the ground, and the tree just grew around it. I just think that's the coolest thing. And it's curved. That's another neat thing about this site, is to have this curved rail here. That would have had to have been very meticulously forged, I guess would be the word. I'm right here. I'm coming over to you. Pretty neat. So we're going to go over here. This is the end of it as far as this part. It ends here in the river. Oh, there's a really neat rail here. I don't know what they call them either. More, again, the railroad people know more about it than I do, but it comes to a point, and it's not an anomaly. It's meant to be that way. You see the two rails here and here, they come down to a point. And as many times as I've been at this site, I've never seen this before. I never noticed it before. It comes right to a point. It's welded or somehow forged together. So that would have been where the train would have stopped, because the train couldn't go past that either way. I don't know if the blade part of the wheel was on this side. I guess it could have kept going, couldn't it? You all right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Be attacked. Be attacked. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. But what else is really neat about this is here's the river. So this thing must have gone across the river at this point, or taken a huge curve, or stopped, or something. So we know for a fact that a railroad, this railroad, brought passengers out from Brooksville out to the Withlacoochee River. That was a big deal. That was a big day's worth of outing. Brooksville is probably 20 miles from this point, roughly. And that, back in the day before cars, 20 miles was a long way. If you could just hop in your car for 25, 30 minutes and drive 20 miles, there was no vehicles. You had to take a horse, walk. And of course the rich folks got to take a train, this train, out to this river so they could sunbathe and play and just enjoy being rich people. Just very similar to today. Can't blame them. I'd enjoy being rich. This is a neat little deal we noticed that I'd never seen before. Something. These were obviously washers. This is an iron bar with nuts on the end of it. So this held wood for some reason or other. Maybe it was part of a rail car. I don't know. Oops, there's another tick. Oh no, that's an ant. Good. That's an improvement over a tick. So, we're right around the corner from Iron Bridge. We know that there was a crossing there. Iron Bridge is right down there. You can see it from here. So it's possible, though not likely, that it would have taken a massive curve here and gone over there. We also know that the railroad that came from here, or came through here, had many other stops that came from, Jacksonville and went over to the coast. I'm not even sure now what the last stop would have been. I guess it would have been Brooksville. That would have been as far as you would have needed to go. They had a railroad that went to Cedar City, but that was up the road a ways. So that's it. That's our railroad bed. Go down here to the river, get an idea of exactly I don't see a raised area on the other side as high as this one, but you could see where a train could go straight across. Seems like there'd be pilings, so it might have just stopped right there. I don't know. Speculation, research, supposition. We're going to keep going. Check out the Iron Bridge area. Go to the old great big cypress tree that's got a hole in it, in the middle of it, where people come and go and get in and out of it. It's like a landmark in this area. And go across to the other side, WMA area. So for now, we are out. Hopefully we're not shaking too much. No shaking, no shaking.